r/AskReddit by Reddition. Like and subscribe. What's something that's secretly been great about the pandemic? Save money on gas. Not to mention wasting time just sitting in a traffic jam to get to a desk that I also happen to have in the office at home. Not dealing with a commute. I got 6 to 8 hours a week back in commuting time. That's like about a whole extra work day every week that's mine to do with as I please. It's been incredible, and I hadn't realized how stressed my commute makes me. I don't have to be careful not to forget anything before I leave for work or when I'm leaving the office at the end of the day. I don't have to pack lunch. I don't have to make sure I'm dressed for the weather both now and in 8 hours when I'm coming home. I don't have to get wet when I get that wrong, and I don't have to spend a day at work with my shoes and socks wet or all of me wet. I don't have to wait at a bus stop for 40 minutes waiting for a bus that should have been here 30 minutes ago. A lot of restaurants have really upped their online ordering and drive-through game. Like a well-oiled machine. People finally washing their hands. I got to spend a lot more time with aging pets. I had to put down a cat this fall, but for 7 months, he got to lay on my keyboard and interrupt Zoom calls all day. I also have a 12-year-old lab, and spending this year with her all day every day has been awesome. Not seeing your toxic co-workers. Cries in hospital worker. The toxic ones became more insufferable since they are some of the only people I see now. If it wasn't for the pandemic, my dad would be dead right now. He likes to come over to our place while I'm at work and spend time with my dogs. My papillon got away from him and wanted to play chase in our garage, which is basically a storage unit right now, and she was bobbing and weaving through boxes. When he caught her and took her inside, he noticed he was having a hard time catching his breath. My brother, who lives with me, offered to let him use his new oxygen meter, which he bought after he developed some temporary sleep apnea after he had COVID. The meter was frighteningly low, so he told our dad to go to the walk-in clinic. They told him, as soon as he explained his oxygen level, that he needed to go to the ER. He tests negative for COVID at the ER, but they found multiple blood clots in his lungs. They kept him a few days in the hospital, and he made a complete recovery with no permanent damage. I know my dad very well. Under normal circumstances, he would have gone home, tried to relax, gone to bed that night, and possibly never woken up the next morning. But COVID has us all on high alert, especially when it comes to breathing troubles. I never thought I'd be thankful for it. Also, after he got out of the hospital, he gave said papillon an extra special doggy treat for saving his life. I'm a recovering alcoholic. Spending most of my time at home exploring my hobbies, attending virtual counseling, and rebuilding relationships with my loved ones has helped me to realize that no substance has ever given me so much contentment, and I honestly never want to give up what I have now. In 4 weeks, I will be celebrating my 2-year sobriety anniversary. The grass underneath the foot of snow has never seemed greener. Playing board games with my teenage kids. We got away from it as they got older. I still kick ass on Scrabble, but they smoke me on backgammon. Ticket to Ride is a blast. Yahtzee too. Cleaner beaches and ocean in Hawaii as millions of tourists stayed home. Of course the economy went to shit, but the Aloha Ina prospered. I now permanently work from home, which is amazing. Me prior to 2020. Man, getting a job working from home would be amazing, but I don't even know where to start. Me getting moved to permanently work from home due to COVID. Oh okay, well that works I guess. Saved a lot of money not going out or traveling. Don't get me wrong. I'm not happy about it, and far rather would have spent it, but I do have more money. I'm missing a tooth fairly close to the front of my mouth, and I don't feel self-conscious smiling in public when I'm wearing a mask. It's a silly thing, but I kinda miss real smiles. I haven't had a cold all year. Without a social life, I've been forced to focus on myself instead of other people, so I've cut down on my drinking, lost 35 pounds, and started seeing a therapist. Here's hoping I come out of this in better physical and mental shape than I went in. No pressure to go somewhere on my days off. I don't feel like I'm wasting time when I have days off and don't spend them traveling or seeing people. I love staying at home and just hanging with my 2 cats. Sweatpants on, messy bun, junk food and games. I'm content with that. I'm sick a lot less often. The kids are doing school entirely from home, so they don't bring crap home like they used to. Getting to home cook meals while at work is a fantastic weight loss plan. Down almost 50 pounds since September and haven't looked back. My employer now knows for sure that working from home is completely doable and really doesn't flip up productivity. I've also learned that I like going into the office once or twice a week just to break up the monotony of working from home all the time. I can mouth obscenities at people and they don't have a clue. Contactless delivery. This better stick around after the pandemic. My 14-year-old dog passed away last July. Our whole family had been working/schooling from home full-time starting in March, so we all got to love on her and care for her full-time for her last months. I have now learned that I don't lack time to do things, just motivation. I have all the time in the world to get in shape and learn something new. A year later, and I've made much less progress than I should have given the amount of free time. Spending time with my dog. Dogs are the real winners of the pandemic. Sleep. My caution and anxiety about people can be successfully hidden by the pandemic. I'm not forced to be overly social and can more successfully avoid crowded areas. Let me tell you, I flipping love not having to fake smile at everyone all the time. Gave me the opening to get out of a dead-end delivery job and focus on the shit I actually went to school for. I'm getting there. Having a mask on in the cold is low-key the best. Not having my mother-in-law at the hospital when I gave birth. Not shaking hands. I have palmar hyperhidrosis, sweaty palms, and I'm always nervous about shaking hands. I try to manage it, but it is always a stressor. No more. No company holiday parties. I haven't been told I'd look prettier if I smiled in like a year. It's kinda awesome. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe for daily Reddit videos.